Going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network.
Whether you're looking to spruce up the interior or exterior of your home or business, trust Lawrenceburg Glass to provide a one-of-a-kind product. From windows to mirrors, shower doors, custom framing, storefront installations, and everything in between, Lawrenceburg Glass takes pride in our quality craftsmanship and strong attention to detail. With us, your customer experience always exceeds expectations. We're reliable, on time, and we deliver stunning results. Lawrenceburg Glass. Our passion is reflected in our work.
LUS is committed to our customers, from providing and maintaining energy-efficient utility services to friendly, helpful customer service. LUS is there. At LUS, we're always challenging everything we know, every day. We strive to improve efficiency and reliability while focusing on our responsibility to our customers and the community. It's our promise to provide dependable service to our customers every time. Because we don't just work in Lawrence County, we live here too.
Make your lawn a legacy. At Legacy Lawn and Landscapes, we put more than 16 years of experience into your goals. We won't meet your expectations, we'll exceed them. We offer consultation, installation, maintenance, hardscapes, construction, and land clearing services. Owner John and Jamie Brewer, with their team, are dedicated to providing the highest quality landscape services to commercial and residential clients in Middle Tennessee. Service, teamwork, results. That's how you leave a legacy.
Going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network.
Welcome everybody here to X Sports Live. I am joined by the reigning, defending, and the undisputed Class A state volleyball champions here in Loretto. Guys, thank you for coming here this evening, and what a wild week it has been here. Head coach Nick Quillen, seniors Becca Heineman, and J.C. Franklin, and you guys kind of recovered from the crazy week that was, all the celebrating and everything that's gone with it?
Not really. That's what we were just talking about. The winning part, like that's still setting in, and it's great, and it's just the catch up from the week before of just been going all week and missing school, and which obviously well worth it, but it's a lot to catch up on.
Yeah, Becca.
Yeah, I'm definitely still tired. Still a little sore. I'm catching up on all my schoolwork because we missed that whole week. So yeah, it's been a lot of catch up, but it was definitely worth it.
Yeah. Jason.
Yeah, physically it definitely took the life out of a lot of us because Thursday we played a really hard game, and obviously Friday it wasn't an easy game, but we still had to work, so it was definitely physically draining for sure.
Yeah, you're playing a game every day, and all of them, maybe with one exception, probably Wednesday was probably the easiest, but Thursday was a battle. That wasn't easy. Or Thursday and Tuesday wasn't easy, then Friday wasn't easy. How draining is it to play 4 straight days with those intense type of games?
Well, obviously, I have it a little bit easier than them because they're physically doing the work, but it's mentally draining. I mean, you have to prep for these teams, first off, and, we try to talk about not thinking too much into the game. We have kind of our game plans and what we're going to do against certain players, but either way, you go in and you have to be physically and mentally tired when you're done to say that you've given everything, and I think they definitely were, so.
Definitely physically tiring, but also very mentally tiring. Just to be sure that you're doing your job, you're helping everybody else to do their job, and to not overthink the game. You're like, this person's going to do this person, you just got to play. Yeah. You can't sit there and overthink the game.
Yeah. Jason?
Yeah, I'd definitely say mentally, especially on Thursday, it was just a mental battle, who mentally was going to play more level-headed and really who wanted it more, and I definitely think that day in particular was just a day where mentally we had to up our game, unlike we have the rest of the season. We haven't had to mentally give that much in another game like we did Thursday, especially, and Friday.
Yeah, let's go through it game by game. That first one against Chattanooga School of the Arts and Sciences, CSAS, however you want to say it, CSAS or whatever. I was getting tired. I was just calling them Chattanooga by the end of it. But that, on the surface, okay, 3-0 win. it could go either way. But man, what 2 of the 3 sets went in extra points, and they were quite the battle from start to finish.
Yeah, and I think looking at the draw from the beginning, we talked about. We didn't get East Robertson, we didn't get Summertown, we didn't get South Cream, we didn't get Sale Creek. Those were all the ones that, we thought were the better teams. But at the same time, you don't want to take anybody for granted. They're in the state tournament. And I think they played probably their best match all season, all state tournament against us that first round. And I know there are a few things that we just didn't click on, but at the same time, I told them, we finished. At the end of the day, you finish, you survive and advance. And I think that was the big thing is that mental toughness came out in us just a little bit more than them. So.
Definitely, I think we definitely underestimated how good that team was. Just because we were like, well, first round, it's going to be slightly easier than the rest of the games, and we came out there and they played so good. They were ready to go, and we were like, oh my gosh, this is not the team that I watched on film. And so I was like, what am I doing?
Yeah.
So I had to get it together and mentally reset after that first set, and I was like, okay, this is going to be a tough game. Yeah. We actually had to hardcore put some effort in, work as a team, and get it together because it was a state tournament, and we were not ready for that right off the bat.
Yeah, I'd definitely say we didn't go in. I don't think we went in thinking we were going to blow them out, but I definitely think we thought it was going to be an easier game for the overall week for us. And I just thought mentally we kind of let go for a second, but then we got a grip once we were like, okay, guys, we actually have to play this game. And we, even though it is the state tournament, we have to play flawless no matter what because, at the end of the day, anything truly can happen in a match, and we just got to take care of business and from start to finish.
I think Wednesday was probably your easiest game of the bunch, but then you got East Robertson on Thursday. What a match that was. I've never seen a high school team that just doesn't let the ball hit the ground. I mean, they no matter what y'all tried, the ball never hit the ground. They probably set a state record for digs. It was incredible how good they were defensively, but you're down 4th set, 23-16, 9-0 run, win it, dominate in the 5th set. What a crazy game that was with them.
Yeah, and I think, I think it was my second time out in the 4th set. I called and I started talking, and these guys kind of jumped in, and I just backed up. I'm like, I'm going to let them roll with it. And they were just talking about, that mental toughness, that who wants it more, point for point, not worrying about what just happened. They had Katie Pennington, the big number 7, stop worrying about her. She's going to get her kills, just move on. And it just was like a light switch flipped, and they were a force to be reckoned with after that. So
yeah, definitely. When that girl rolled her ankle, we came together on the court, and we looked at each other and we said, we got to get it together. There is no room for error at this point in time, and everyone's got to do their job. And I remember I looked at JC and I pointed her on the chest and I was like, you're going to set this ball. You're going to do this. And then I just went around and we were just encouraging everybody. We took that time out, and me, Allie, JC, Aubrey, we all just started telling everybody what to do. You're going to do your job and it's going to be great and we're going to do it. And we went out and did it. So.
Yeah, I definitely think it was a little bit of a reality check for us seniors, that this is it. We don't have another chance. These next 2 games are it. And we can't afford to have to work our way out of the loser's bracket by losing that game. We know how it feels to have to do that. And I know our goal going into the state tournament was we weren't going to let that happen this year. And I definitely think, especially the juniors and the sophomores on the court, they realize we're not playing around. Although they have next year, I think they realize look, we got to do this for our seniors, and they don't have this next year, and we just have to get the job done. And I think as an overall team, we truly came together at that moment and was let's just get the job done.
And you just notice the moment. You notice this is our time. We don't have to come back and play Summertown again for the 30th time, at 7 o'clock that night, which was what was eventually going to happen. So, there's just one of those just kind of seizing the moment. You realize, we're not playing for the future. We're playing for right here, right now.
Yeah, and I think that was, and I think I told them after the match, we've had some good ball throughout the season, some times where they just really just clicked, but that was probably our best just overall, like all season, our best ball, and obviously being down and pushing 9 points, not giving up a point, and finishing, and then like you said, coming out set 5 and just taking it, just not backing off. And that's kind of the thing that I know that I've preached to them this year is like, don't back off, don't let off the gas, like just keep going, and the score will take care of itself. And that was probably the best example that we've had all year of doing that. So
We definitely realized that it's our time to go. We've got to finish it up, and there wasn't any room for error. So we really got it together. I was really proud of our whole team.
Yeah, proud is definitely an understatement. This year is unlike any other year before. Like, we've come down. We were down 10-20 in region against Summertown, and, like, we come back and won that set. And, like, this year, or this team, like, I just can't describe how insane it is that, like, we have come down and, like, we have dug down deep and, like, had the grit to finish games unlike we've ever had before. And I definitely think that that helped us, like, in the state tournament by digging down deep.
Yeah, you got to play them again. Before we actually get in the game, what were you guys thinking that you saw East Robertson that's standing in front of you going in the
confident in these guys. Yeah. I mean, and they obviously winning the state championship match is the biggest deal, but I think that win Thursday was the catalyst for us winning Friday. And we came in Friday morning and had a practice, and just the talk amongst them, like, well, let's do this, and same thing. Well, either way, we're going to play our ball. We're going to do our job, and we're going to win. Just the confidence was there from the start, and I know they huddled up right before the match, and they were talking about it over in the corner, and they were ready, like they were 100% ready.
Yeah, when I saw we played East Robertson, I said, okay, we can do this, we can get it together. And I knew that if we all did our job, there was no way we could lose, because we really proved ourselves the day before and worked for it in the 5 set, and I knew we could do it in 3. So
yeah, I definitely think on Thursday we proved to everybody, like, we're here to play and we're not here to mess around, and that this championship was our championship. This was our year. And I just felt when I walked into the gym for serve and pass that morning, like, I just got that vibe that, like, everybody is here to play today. Like, normally I'm like, okay, maybe I'm a little nervous. Like, I'm confident, but, like, maybe I'm a little nervous. Like, little nerves are good. But, like, I wasn't feeling no nerves that day. I don't feel like none of my teammates were feeling nerves that day. I feel like I know them pretty well at this point, 4 years later. And I just felt like we were very level-headed going into Friday's game.
Also, I don't think you guys could have felt nervous because you got there 30 minutes before the game started.
Yeah, had to make a dramatic entrance.
30 minutes before the game started. I mean, there wasn't any time. You guys literally just rolled in, threw your bags down, started warming up, and next thing you know, you start playing.
Yeah, we kind of joked that we were sitting on the bus longer than we were in the gym, I feel like.
That's the truth.
Yeah, that traffic was terrible.
Yeah. But getting into the game, again, you had that 5-set thriller with them the day before, but you come out and you win 3-0. What was the difference between Thursday as opposed to Friday?
I mean, I think, like I said, they finally just like flipped that switch and was like there's no messing around. There's no balls hitting on our side. Like, we're going to swing on the ball. Like, we're going to be aggressive and doing all these things that we know we can do, and we proved Thursday. And I think that was huge because they did it from start to finish. And I think I looked over at Melissa, my sister, at one point. I said, I'm just standing back and watching at this point. Like, there's little things that but they're doing everything they're supposed to do. So I'm just sitting back and relishing in the moment that this is what they've worked for all year, for 4 years, to finally get to this point and do everything that they're supposed to do. So
definitely that practice that morning, we came in and served and passed and moved our defense a little bit, especially for number 7, because she could put the ball away. She really did. And we made those adjustments, and we were like, okay, this is it. This is the last one, and we're going to give it all we got. And we went out there, and we had really good confidence in ourselves. We didn't doubt what we were doing because that was our 55th game. Mm-hmm. 55th game, and you could tell we had worked for all 55 of them. I mean, we went out there and we played.
Yeah, for sure. I definitely think we were very well prepared going into that game. And I don't think you could have prepared any more than 55 games. I definitely think that helped us for sure. And I think after the first set, like, we played with a sense of, like, calmness. And we play good when we're calm, not when we're frantically trying to catch up or playing like we're behind. And I definitely think playing calm gave us the confidence to get that game done in 3 sets. So
Yeah, you guys definitely didn't look tired. When you came off the bus, you got in there. I could say you guys were definitely, it was a different team than what I noticed from Thursday as opposed to Friday.
Well, and I think that's kind of the motivation to not go to that losers bracket is we talked about work hard, like for that 5-set match. And yeah, you're gonna be tired, but you're playing one match.
Yeah.
You get to go home, sleep in your own bed.
Yeah.
You know, not get up as early, and and it is a little bit more of a calming feeling. Like, yeah, you're going to state championship, be excited, but you're not having to worry about that match from the night before, and then the additional fatigue from there, and things like that. And it was just a lot calmer. Like I said, the confidence, just you could just feel it from them. And we talked about how, 55 matches and all the drills we've done in practice.
Yeah.
You guys are ready. Like, you're there. You just got to go do it. And they definitely did it.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, definitely being able to go home, sleep in your own bed, and like it just felt like another day. Just felt like another volleyball match that we had. Just going out there and realizing it's the same height, the net's the same height, the court's the same size, the ball's the same, and we still have the same players out there, and we're gonna work as a team, and just taking a deep breath and like playing. That's all we had to do.
I mean, she basically covered it.
How about the community support? I mean, obviously throughout the week it was great, but man, Friday, that was a black and gold gym. I mean, I don't think Rockville gets that many people for their games.
yeah, and that's actually one thing I told them too right before the game. I said, I know you guys have got the confidence. I said, but if you look up in those stands, like all those people are here because they know they're confident in you. They know that you can do it. And, to have basically 2/3 of the gym, maybe 3/4 of the gym was packed with black and gold is a awesome feeling to have. And just to see, like, especially big points, and you just kind of look up there and everybody's on their feet and cheering, like it's awesome.
It was insane. I walked in and I was like, oh my gosh, there's so many people in here. And I'm warming up and I'm just like, I keep seeing people walk by, and I was like, there is literally so many people here to watch us play. And like it was intimidating, like to look up, but then I was like, oh my gosh, these people all believe in me to do my job on the court. And it really boosted the way that I felt and how confident I was. And I was like, I can do this. And I felt as a team, that's definitely how we felt, looking up and seeing all the people cheering for us and screaming for every point and just going for everything. And it was so great. It was so great.
Yeah, it definitely was an incredible atmosphere, especially for like our last game. It was just kind of like, okay, 4 years, like our fans know, for us seniors, like we have worked for this for 4 years. We've come up the past 3. Like, I think our community knew how much we wanted this, and I think they definitely showed up and showed out, and their support definitely didn't go unnoticed by anybody on our team.
Now, JC, I remember you said something on the bench at the end of the game about him singing a song. So, what was the song? What did you say? Was it on the bus or was it?
Okay, so little backstory here.
Yeah,
So
she was so, in fact, she's like, it's like she just remembered like something like at the beginning of the you've got to sing a song.
So I do sing on occasion. My dad's in a band, and I sit in with him occasionally. But there's a video from like 2017. Like, I still worked at Target. I had like a red polo on in the video, and I recorded in his studio Ed Sheeran's Castle on the Hill. And for some reason thought it was a good idea to post it on Facebook. And some people, I don't even know who found the video at school,
I
but
think that had to be her. She knew about it.
I don't know.
Mallory Corbin.
Yeah,
it
it's
was
not
Haley.
surprising
It
anyway.
might have
So
been-
It might have been
anyway,
Haley.
so I think it was Tuesday on the way over. They always bring a speaker, and like 10, 15 minutes before we get to the gym, they listen to music and get pumped up.
Right.
And so I'm sitting up at the front of the bus, and I hear, different songs, and then I hear me singing coming on, and of course I'm shaking my head, and somebody yelled, "Sing, sing!" I said, "I'm not singing. Like, we're going to play." They said, "If we win state, you've got to sing." I said, "Fine. If we win state, I'll sing. And I think it may have been 5 minutes after we got the trophy that like 5 of them were like, "You've got to sing." And I was like, "Yes, I know. I will hold up my end of the bargain." So after everybody got on the bus, we had a charter bus, and so there's a mic on the bus, and I sang on the bus.
So you held up to it's the best song you've ever sang in your life.
Yeah, probably not, because my voice was about shot by the end of that. So,
We thought it was great.
as long as they thought it was great, then I'm fine with
It's
it.
all about the audience.
Yeah,
at the end of
that's
the day,
right.
You know?
Yep.
Well, it's been a good year for you. You got win number 300. I think it was against East Robert, the first East Robertson game. You got engaged this year, and now you're state champion. I mean, can you find a kind of a better year other than being born?
No, other than being born, no. And I mean, like this was a icing on the cake year. You know, we won in 2018. That was the first in the county, you know, volleyball state championship. So, you know, that's always going to be there. But like this group is just, they're special in a lot of ways, and probably the most fun to coach, most, you know, like getting me to sing, like just laid back, you know, just, there's just a lot of things that just, they make it easy to coach. And so getting 300, and actually Friday was my anniversary. So my fiance said that she wanted a state championship for her anniversary. So I'm glad I could deliver on that, or they could deliver for me on that. So it's been a pretty great year.
MVP of the tournament, right over here in Becca Heineman. Becca was so good, not just consistent in the tournament, she's consistent all year long. Becca, what was it like getting that award?
It was really nice to get that award for sure. It was very fulfilling just to know that, because I put in so much time off the court, like just getting more reps in, and it knows that it doesn't go unnoticed, and that it's not just all for nothing. So it was really nice to just be fulfilled in that. Yeah, I've missed out on a lot of opportunities. I've been gone. I've traveled and played a ton of volleyball, but it's paid off in the end.
And also, breaking news, she is our Flora Realty Exports Athlete of the Week.
Oh.
So
I didn't know
I didn't tell her.
yeah,
So.
yeah. Well, I know you're a good secret keeper,
Yeah.
so that's good. So you are Athlete of the Week. Congratulations. You'll
Thank
get a
you.
plaque, and then you'll get your name thrown in a jar, hat, bucket. I don't know what we're going to do, but you could potentially win a $1,000 Amazon gift card. So that will be at the end of the year. So we'll maybe we'll freeze it, like, you know, well, I don't want to go into the history of the NBA draft and how they rigged it, but okay. So JC was joking before we went live, and now she's a washed-up volleyball player. Does it feel good to kind of? What's your feelings now that, you know, supposedly her volleyball career is over?
I mean, it's definitely sad. Obviously, I've played volleyball for 7 years now, and since the 6th grade, and this is all I've done for the past 6 or 7 years. And I've also played club, so I've played all year long for the past couple of years. And it's sad, but also winning, I think, definitely like took away from that, which was good, because you know it's a sad feeling. But at the same time, it's so good knowing like we went out being state champions, and you truly can't go out a better way. And this was a great way to close this chapter of my life, at least. I don't know about yours.
Well, you're right, leading in right to my next question. She's still busy. You know, you're going to a lot of different camps. I know you're trying to keep your volleyball career alive.
Yeah, I'm traveling and visiting a lot of schools, doing a lot of camps, just seeing where I can continue my volleyball career in college. And it's really important to me that I find a college that will support me academically as well as athletically. So it's been a long time for me to be doing this, but I'm hopefully getting down, and I'm going to commit, and I'm going to be done and have a place to go.
Got a timeline? Any date that you say I need to be committed by, or you would like to be committed by?
I'd like to be committed by Christmas so that I have my spring and just focus on school. But just by the end of my senior year, pretty much is when I want to be done.
Yeah, don't be like me and commit to a baseball scholarship during your summer job in August. It's not a great idea. It's nothing like having to clear biscuit dough off the table so I can sign my NIL. But so final question for you guys. I know the one question I dreaded asking you guys when I would go the last couple of years to a practice or have you guys here is the unfinished business, wanting to redeem yourself. I mean, you finished the story. You got the win. How good does it feel? It's like, oh, finally, we got that state championship.
From my standpoint, yeah, it 100% because, you know, it's been 6 years since we won the last one, and we've been close, you know, even before they, you know, in 20 we were runner-up, 21 third, 22, 23 runner-up. So, you know, we've been right there, like you could reach out and grab it and just came up short. And so, you know, both from that standpoint and the fact that, and I think I said this other night when we got back, is they said pretty much after the championship last year, like, we're coming for it next year. Like, so, you know, it's been a year in the making that they were determined that this was going to be our year. So, you know, it is, you can kind of step back and breathe and enjoy like all the hard work that they've put in to get this. So
it was definitely a relief because we've come up short the past 3 years, and as my last year here, I was like, we've got to have it. Yeah. We've got to have it. And it was really nice to say that my senior year of high school, I won a state championship in volleyball. So that was really a nice close to the chapter in my life of high school volleyball. So I was really glad for it.
Yeah, definitely the last 3 years coming up short. It wasn't a great feeling, but at the same time, my mom told me it probably wouldn't have felt as special this year had we won before. So she was like, you just have to look at it that way of not 3 years of coming up short, just looking forward to your last year of you finally did it. And it took 4 years to get there, but it was so sweet once we finally got it. And I definitely think, you know, everybody else feels the same way, that it truly was worth the 3 years for sure. Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, guys, thank you so much for coming in. It's great to have the champs here. In the words of Mom and Ali, I'm not going to bang the drum, but the champs are here. So enjoy it. Enjoy it all the way until you start practice in July, June, or
June.
Yeah, you're gonna take
start spring workouts in February. That these don't they don't have to do. But
I've heard they haven't been sticking around school. Like 1:30 comes,
they bounce. Yep.
So, guys, thanks for coming in. Congratulations, and just so excited for you guys, for the community, and for the rest of the team.
Thank you.
Yeah. Well, coming up next, Clint and I are going to talk everything going down the world of high school sports, and we'll get into the world of college sports as well here on X Sports Live.
What really matters during the ball game, you know, I wonder how much of sports comes down to knowledge and how much of it comes down to execution. We have to know the game. We have to know how to play the game. But we also have to go out and execute the game. The same is true in Christianity. We can know the right thing, but James says he who knows the right thing and doesn't do it, well, that's still sin. So just knowing the right thing isn't enough. We have to go execute. We have to go behave, do the right thing. And that message brought to you by your friends at the Leoma Church of Christ.
Why should you bank with Employee Resources Credit Union? We offer a wealth of services, including mobile banking, video banking, bill pay, and more. We also offer loan rates that are lower than those of our competitors. Employee Resources Credit Union has been a financial pillar since 1964, providing long-time support to members of the community. Join us and become part of the ERCU commitment, not for profit, for service.
Being raised in Tennessee, we believe in the importance of family and community. Creating a positive experience at our family-owned and operated business is one of the ways we share that belief.
Being in an accident can be extremely stressful. When it came time for my repairs, Mashburn's made it easy.
I am lucky to have a wonderful company in my community like Mashburn's Collision Center. It's reassuring to know that I'm in good hands because their work is second to none.
We pride ourselves that the Mashburn name is one of the most trusted in Lawrence County since 1981. Mashburn's Collision Center. Let our family take care of yours.
Shop McMaster's Home Gallery for furniture, appliances, and more. And shop quality, shop convenience, shop service, shop local. A family-owned business with a long history of serving the region. We're a one-stop home furnishings destination. We feature brands you know, competitively priced, backed by professional installation and service. You can trust that we'll take good care of you before and after the sale. For your home, shop smart. Shop McMaster's Home Gallery today.
Old School Rentals in Loretto, Tennessee is headquarters for all your rental equipment needs. Need a trailer? How about saws, tools, loaders, or generators? You can find all of that and much, much more at Old School Rentals, owner Ryan Smith, located on North Main Street in Loretto, Tennessee.
Oliver Wellness and Massage, located in Pulaski, Tennessee, is your premier spa for massage therapy, salt therapy, IV therapy, tanning, and much more. Stay relaxed, look your best, and feel good at Oliver Wellness, located at 1187 West College Street, Pulaski, Tennessee, or contact Haley at 931-309-0462 or schedule your appointment online at 931massage.com.
Got primary care? Find your way to better health with primary care by One Stop Medical. With decades of combined experience, you'll find a one-on-one relationship just like the old days, but with the convenience and technology of today. When One Stop Medical does primary care, it's the best. Call today for an appointment and find your way to healthy living. Serving Lawrenceburg, Pulaski, and Hohenwald. Phone 931-244-8220. Primary care by One Stop Medical at its best.
From our humble beginnings to today, Parks Lumber Company has continuously served Lawrence and surrounding counties for over a century. Although we started as a small lumber yard in 1896, we have grown to include everything you need to make your dream project come to life. No matter your building needs, our experienced staff will be with you every step of the way to ensure you receive the highest customer service and attention to detail you deserve. Visit us at 106 2nd Street or on Facebook. We guarantee you will see working with PLC is as easy as 1, 2, 3.
Going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network.
And welcome back here to X Sports Live. AJ Good with Clint Brazier. Hayden Burks, he's not feeling good. He's got the stomach bug, and he didn't let you know. So I think that's 9 lashes. That you're allowed to give Hayden.
I was fully prepared to come in here and give him a cussing because I was going to put him to work today, and he never showed up. So I was ready to do that. But if he's got the stomach bug, Hayden, thank you for not showing up, because if I had left to go to the beach and had the stomach bug, I would have killed you. So thank you so much for not showing up and helping. And the big guy, he's working on a homecoming float. So low crowd. I did get to hear some of your interview with the Lady Mustangs, and again, congratulations to those ladies. And I got to adding it up, and you guys may have talked of it. I didn't get to hear all of it. 7 years now, since 2018, Summertown or Loretto has played in the state championship and won it 5 out of the 7.
Yeah.
Those two schools.
And how many times did they play each other? Was
Twice.
it twice? And I thought, because I think I remember reading or researching that if they would have met this year, it would have been the third time during that span. But you know what? You called it at the beginning of the year. You thought they would not only just get the Murfreesboro, they would get all the way. And they did, but it wasn't easy. They said it here, it wasn't easy. Tuesday against CSAS was a tough game. Wednesday was probably their easiest. But that Thursday game against against East Robinson, when you're down 23-16, and that's, he talked about, they called the timeout. All the seniors did all the talking. 9-0 run, dominate in the fifth, and then beat them 3-0 in a match that the score is actually closer than what it was.
Yeah.
They won that from start to finish.
Yeah. You know what it's like. It's hard to play with that target on your back, too. When you're the best, you're going to get everybody else's best.
Right.
That's why I said, they probably would have beat Summertown if Summertown had made it to the championship. But I wouldn't have wanted to play them.
Yeah.
Because it's just a little bit closer every time they would play each other. And listen, if the role reversed and my daughter was still playing at Summertown and it was the same scenario, I'd have been like, please, somebody else put them out.
Well, that happened 2 years ago.
Oh, yeah.
Remember, they had the come from behind and win on that Thursday.
So, it's just it says a lot to your coaches and your seniors, especially your leadership, when you can have that bullseye on your back from the start of the season and finish it all. 3 losses all year long.
52-3
and that's going to a lot of big tournaments and playing some studs. So
I know one was against last year's 3A state champion. One was against Mars Hill, who's one of the better teams in Alabama. Yeah, whoever beat them got a battle.
It's easy to get the
it.
predictions for you, but it's harder to live up to the predictions, and they did. Yeah. And that's you just got to tip your hat to that.
As Joe Madden said for the 2016 Cubs, their motto was "Embrace the target."
That's right,
and that's what this team did this year. And also hats off to Summertown. As head coach Andrea Kelly said to me after the game there on Thursday, if you would have told them with one senior they would have finished third in the state, they would have been thrilled. Yeah, I think they are thrilled. They weren't thrilled in the moment when you get beat by a really good East Robertson team, but I think looking back on it, that's quite the accomplishment.
I interviewed Abby Jo Friday night at Lewis County at halftime, got her to come up and talk a little bit, and basically just thanked her for everything she'd done. But you could tell it had kind of been a day. She got to let it sunk in. Yeah. Again, it's still a rivalry. It might be harder for them to let go because Loretto won it. Yeah. I don't know.
Right. Yeah.
But, man, it just makes me sick that we didn't have Abby Jo last year.
Yeah.
My daughter's senior year. but, I'll say this. If you are any other team that's in that single A, you're just praying at some point Summertown and Loretto either move up or just starts falling apart.
Well, guess what, people? Judging by the latest classifications, that's not happening.
No.
That's not happening.
No.
That'll be a topic in November when we get the new classifications. I know Lawrence County's football region is going to look drastically different, but we'll kind of get in that later. Let's move ahead to the football. Big win for the Eagles there on Friday night at Lewis County. Clinton kind of came out on fire and continued that. Offense, defense, special teams getting another kick return from her touchdown from McCoy and got themselves a good win in a very tough place.
That final score is 35-17 or 18.
18, yeah.
It wasn't that close.
Yeah.
Summertown actually got a little lazy in the last 4 minutes of it and gave up 14 points or 12 points. But it wasn't that close, and I would never have predicted that going to that hostile environment that is Lewis County. But, you're going to have your toughest game. Luckily, it's at home, but it's against the number one seed. Hopefully, East Hickman will come into that knowing they've already secured, play a little, maybe not as sharp as they should be because Summertown has a ton riding on this. You saw all the scenarios. You may have them right there.
I'm getting ready to read them all here in a second.
And again, and I know Summertown, nothing matters. You've got to win. That's right. Your only job. Mm-hmm. You win, you're second place. Yeah. Hopefully, Loretto can take care of Mount Pleasant.
Yeah.
But the main job is win. Yeah. And then after that, it could really suck for Summertown to finish 7-3 and be a 4 seed.
Yeah.
It could, but that could honestly happen. But at the end of the day, you got to go back and say probably should have played better at Harpeth, and you had the Mount Pleasant game won.
So here's the scenarios that Will has thrown out here. Will Pettis. Summertown's either going to finish second or third. They win, they finish second. They lose, they'll finish third because they'll probably have a better record overall from against Loretto, and they have the head-to-head. To host, they have to win, and Loretto must win for them to host. For Loretto to host, they must win, and Summertown must lose. For Mount Pleasant has to win, period, just to get in. If they lose, then Lewis County is
Mount Pleasant could be a 2 seed or out.
How many scenarios do you see?
That's what I'm saying. And there is, and I don't think it's on there, but Mount Pleasant. Yeah. I think that I was thinking there was a scenario where Summertown could be fourth as well.
No, it's either second or third because they'll have a better overall record. Loretto. I think Loretto's either going to host or if they win. I think they're in. Period. They win, they host. If they lose, they're fourth. But if Mount Pleasant wins, they host in the second round. They lose, they're out because Lewis County's got Waverly. Waverly's not good. Well, I don't think that's. Saying
Lewis
anything
County
controversial.
Has the head-to-head over Mount Pleasant.
Yeah, it has the head-to-head, which that will push them in, and then everybody will move up a couple spots there. So it's a crazy scenario for
both teams. Summertown and Loretto have you've got to win. I mean that's you want to set yourself then win. You don't worry about
Yeah.
the what ifs or the scenarios. You got to win. Summertown does have to play the best team in the region so
Yeah.
far, but I think they've got a lot going in their favor right now.
Now, let me bring the big fella out here, and we'll talk about Lawrence County getting the win there against Franklin County.
Big win.
Big win. Played pretty good. What's up, big fella?
What's up, guys?
Yeah, not much. Me and Clinton here. Hayden's got the bug and the runs, so he's not joining us. Yeah, you know that.
Sucks.
You know those young kid problems.
It's a new it's a new diet he's trying.
Yeah, I got you.
He's on a
What's
cleanse.
up?
So just
Y'all good?
Yeah, we're doing good, man. Why don't you kind of give your synopsis of the Lawrence County game the other night? Let's go with just the football part of it first.
Hey, the football part of it, I thought Lawrence County just kind of dominated both sides of the football. We just kind of done what we wanted to, forced some turnovers, made some really good passes, run the football kind of down their throats, pretty much the whole night. Was really pleased at the preparation they hadn't executed. Haven't really seen that a lot all year, executing 4 quarters, AJ. We talk about that a lot, week in and week out. But I thought all in all, Lawrence County played a pretty solid game up to the 4th quarter, being, just getting kind of just plumb nasty.
Yeah. Now, obviously, there was a controversial part there in the game midway through the 4th quarter. A fight between both sides, 3 Lawrence County guys that were ejected, 5 guys from Franklin County. How it started, you were there, obviously, Dusty, was a face mask that one side overreacted, then the other side overreacted, and 2 overreactions crawls one giant overreaction, and ugly scene that took about 20 minutes to kind of sort out there the other night.
Yeah, it probably was 20 minutes. And just to go on with what you just said, I'm at homecoming right now. I'm standing outside with the headlights of my truck trying to cut some boards. But I just found out that 3 more Franklin County kids got suspended today.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Don't have the numbers.
Was that a school thing or a TSSAA thing?
I haven't got all the details on that. I'm hoping to get those before the night's over with, and I'll text you and let you know.
Okay.
But for sure, 3 more Franklin County guys got it. So we got to think that number 5.
Yeah, the quarterback
was one of them.
Yeah.
I don't know how he's not.
Is he the one that got the fake that
he was face masked, and he turned around and hit Tupper in the face with the ball from point blank range. Yeah.
We talked about it live. There's not a whole lot more we can say except it was stupid.
Yeah.
I was proud of some of our guys for just getting on the sideline
and
not letting the heat of the moment take over. And listen, we all 3 know it's a violent game. You know, those guys are pumped up, they're amped up, and one little thing can set them off. And you got an 0-8 team that's been getting beat up on all year, and here they are. They got 2 games left. They're at home against a 2-6 Lawrence County team. They probably thought, hey, you know what, guys, this could be our game, and they got punched in the mouth.
Yeah.
And the things just kept leading up to it. The quarterback, we seen him act up all night long. He had a bad attitude all night long. Don't think he's coached very well. Kind of just really calling out the coach of Franklin County for somebody to be an NFL guy and to not have the discipline that his team don't have. AJ, we talked about that. How many times was he on the field with the white hat just taking up time?
Yeah, he was debating that blindside block for that win. That should have not gone on that long, and that's part of that's on him. Part of that's on the white hat who should have just walked away at a certain point.
Right. But all in all, Lawrence County lost 2 seniors. That sucks for them.
Right.
We got right now. I'm up here at homecoming, so Friday night's homecoming. They're not going to get to play their senior night at homecoming.
Right.
And there's really nothing you can say, but it sucks.
Yeah.
And I'm hoping that the rest of the team sees this as a growing moment for some discipline, so we don't have to go through this again next time it happens. Because we know it's going to happen. It's just a matter of when.
Yeah. So you've been there since Saturday, helping with these floats. What kind of without giving away too much? What should we expect for the parade Thursday and for Friday?
Well, hey man, as long as Mother Nature holds off Thursday, I think the citizens of Lawrence County are going to be blown away by the effort that has been put in this year. The floats.
Yeah.
Not giving away a whole lot of information because I want people to come out and support these kids and what they've done all week. You were here last night. As a matter of fact, your wife and son are here right now.
Yeah.
Just spoke with them. So you've seen it. A lot of work's been going on the past few days up here at the National Guard Armory. Clint, it's a whole lot different, buddy, now than when we was in school.
Yeah, I imagine.
But I think that I think the county would be very pleased if it's not raining to get. I challenge the county to get out and come support these students and what homecoming means to Lawrence County High School. And hey, if it does rain, they've got a plan. I think Friday night.
Okay.
We will have a parade early before kickoff. I know me and you'll be getting ready for kickoff and stuff like that. Yeah. But I know they will be having have a plan B.
Okay.
If it rains tomorrow night.
Well, that's good to know, big fella. Well, we'll look forward to seeing everything going down with homecoming, and I will see you on Friday night at the Hendrick Staggs Stadium.
All right, guys. Hey, I appreciate you calling.
See you, buddy.
It's always good to be a part of the show, Brazier. Appreciate you, man. Hope you have a good trip.
Thank you,
be
dude.
careful. We'll catch y'all later.
All right, man. Have a good one. We'll talk to you later, dude.
Buddy. All right, man. See you.
All right. Well, coming up next, Clint and I will talk everything going down in the world of college football here on Exports Live.
There are now more ways to save at QuickMart. Become a Quick Club member and easily earn rewards on qualifying purchases at QuickMart convenience stores using the Quick Club app, available on the Apple App Store and Google Play. To save on fuel for work, use the Fuel Rewards Pro app to earn 5 cents a gallon on work fill-ups and redeem the savings for yourself. To get started, visit fuelrewards.com/pro or download the app in the Apple App Store and Google Play.
Top quality equipment rentals at the right price. It's not too good to be true at Rent Right Equipment and Sales. We guarantee clean, reliable products that are up to your standards. Our family-owned business has been doing that for more than 40 years. Let our friendly and knowledgeable staff take care of you from purchase to maintenance. Saws, drills, lifts, mowers, generators, you name it, we've got it. Stop by and see our inventory today, located on Buffalo Road in Lawrenceburg.
Mac Brown has been providing photographic services for 55 years. During that time, Mac Brown photographers have photographed children, seniors, weddings, schools, musicians, and commercial businesses. The studio takes great pride in producing quality photographs and services for its many clients. While the studio has adapted as times have changed, their goal of providing excellent photography has remained constant. For more information or to schedule an appointment, visit their website at macbrownphoto.com or give them a call at 931-762-4263. Let the professionals at Mac Brown Photography turn your memories into treasures.
At Smith Tax and Business Service, we offer many services. Along with personal income tax prep, we also offer tax preparation for corporations and partnerships. If you're a small business and looking for some extra help, give us a shout and we'll get you fixed up. Call Mary Beth Smith, Marion Matthews, Brooklyn Bates, or Michelle Staggs to find out how we can help you. Located at 208 Pulaski Street, phone 931-244-6633.
Going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network.
Back at X Sports Live, AJ Good joined alongside by Clint Brazier. Hayden not joining us. He's got the bug. Dusty, as you just heard, is building floats and getting into college football. And Vols breaking out the Halloween uniforms once again here at Clint. Got Kentucky coming to town. It's almost like an annual, every other year tradition. Kentucky comes to Knoxville in October, and it's the blackout.
Yeah. Listen, I'm not going to get it looks awesome. Neyland, it's a night game with the blackout. It's set up to be fantastic. But I know what we did the last time coming off a bye week.
Yeah.
We got beat by Arkansas. So I'm not getting excited about this. Yeah. If we can score in the first half, that'll be the first time in 4 games we've had. So the way it's looking, at best, we're going to be tied at halftime, 0-0. So I'm not getting excited.
I mean, Kentucky's coming off a loss to Auburn. I mean, it doesn't look like anything is going. This
You
team's
see
way
Kentucky.
right now.
I've said it in our group text.
Yeah.
I said, "Watch Stoops beat Ole Miss,
Ole
and then
Miss.
he'll get beat by Vandy," and he
Yeah.
did. Now Vandy's a little better than what I
Right.
thought when I sent that.
Yeah.
But they've also got beat by Auburn, who may be almost as bad as Mississippi State.
And they were up 10-0 and then gave up 24 unanswered.
So I don't know. It's the whole Stoops thing. I think he's the worst. I think he is stealing money, to be honest with you. I think he's the worst head coach, and he's the longest tenure in the SEC right now.
Right.
But I'm not overlooking it, but because they've looked good at times, and then they've looked awful. So I'm hoping that half their teams already gave up on their season, and they come in and see the crowd, hear the crowd without the artificial noisemakers. I can't believe that thing's even still going. Boy, that guy for Alabama, he's standing on it.
Yeah.
He's not backing down.
Even though everyone in the national media, and by the way, everyone who has actually been on the field can tell you that's not a thing. But the guy, 70 feet in the air thinks it is.
But anyways, it should be set up for us to have us another get together and watch Georgia and Tennessee, both with only one loss. Yeah. But again, I know how much my team has concerned me, so I'm not counting anything in this crazy year that is college football.
Yeah, I'm with you. I think they got to score in the first half.
Give me a field goal.
Yeah. Do something.
That place will go crazy if they just kick a field goal.
Kentucky might be done if they get a safety at that point. I was there 2 years ago when they did the same thing. One of the best atmospheres I've ever been in. It was an awesome game, but that's Hendon Hooker and Jalen Hyatt hitting big bombs down the field. I think this offense got some momentum at the end of there in the second half against Bama. I think they know what they can do.
Things.
Yeah, they figured out some things. Hopefully, they built on that in practice the last couple of weeks, and they come out and just blitz Kentucky.
And at the end of the day, Kentucky's run defense is not that good, and we've got Dylan Sampson, who I still think should be getting more talk for the Heisman than he is.
Yeah, have a 200-yard game here, and he'll be on a lot of. He's on a few lists. I'm as a Heisman voter, I hear a lot of things from a lot of different voters.
Yeah.
So that's definitely a thing. But we got a big one right at 11 because the Tennessee game is at 6:45. Ohio State and Penn State.
That's huge, and that's hard to believe that's an 11 o'clock game. But that's huge.
Yeah, Ohio State one loss to the number one team in the country. Penn State undefeated, 7-0. And I don't want to say it's a playoff eliminator, but it will be the toughest team that Penn State has played yet, even though they do have a win against a ranked Illinois team. But outside of that, remaining, they got Washington at home. They go to Purdue.
I was going to say, their schedule's not very convincing the rest of the way.
They go to Minnesota, and then they're at home against Maryland. And this is the best. This is more pressure.
And this is at Penn State?
It's at Penn State, yeah.
Well, this is gut check time for James Franklin.
Right.
You've got to win a big game at some point.
Yeah.
And this is your opportunity. And I would love it because it would probably kick Ohio State out of the conversation.
Yeah, because you look at the rest of the schedule, they got Purdue coming next. They go to Northwestern and play on their lacrosse field on the water, which is the dumbest thing ever. They end with Michigan, which isn't going to be the same. However, before then, they get a visit from Indiana, who's undefeated.
Yeah. Indiana needs to start getting some love too. But that's going to be interesting to see because I saw the same thing and I looked at their schedule and I thought, even though they only have one loss, if Penn State loses, I don't know that you can put them in with their resume.
No, you can't.
I don't. You would have to put in a 10-2 SEC team over them.
And this is one of those things, and we've talked about it every week because this is probably the best year to have a 12-team playoff because there's so many options. You would just have to go with conference champions just to get in. If we're still doing the four, because you look at the rest of Indiana's schedule, they got Michigan State this week. Michigan comes to them the following week. Then they're at Ohio State, hosts Purdue. Traditionally, you would look at, man, that's a murderer's row, but really,
I think they can do 3 out of 4.
Yeah, and they could be in the playoff and might not have to play
in the championship
and be rested going
into the playoff. That's what I said. I would be fine if Tennessee was 11-1 and got to rest.
Yeah,
but you remember at the first of the year when. In this this crazy college football season that we're having, that I said, God, I wish Tennessee played Texas A&M. Well, I don't say that anymore. I take that back.
I mean, they brought in that guy out of Nashville, by the way, and I mean, they were what? They were down 17-7 at half, and I started watching. I got back from home from trunk or treat and was flipping back and forth between them and West Virginia, and Penn State was losing to Wisconsin at halftime too in their game, and all of a sudden they bring that guy in, they sub in, and next thing you know, that offense takes off. They scored 31 points in the second half, and it's like LSU had never seen a read option before.
Yeah, they didn't know what to do, and also. Ohio State should have got beat by Nebraska.
No doubt.
They had them. And you could just tell Nebraska didn't know how to win that game.
Yeah.
They just didn't know how to close and win that game.
It's them in one-score games. It doesn't matter who the coach is. Scott Frost, Riley. I mean, I love Matt Rule. I think he's one of the greatest coaches ever. If I want anyone to turn around a program, I want Matt Rule to do it because he's going to do it right and he's going to leave it better than what he found it. But that's almost like ingrained in the water. That they can't win a one-score game.
Yeah, and like I said, speaking of this crazy year, I really was waiting on Vanderbilt to beat Texas.
Yeah, and
when they cut it to one score and had the football back, I said, "Here they go."
There they go. Yeah,
and I have never been so happy that Tennessee plays them the last game of the year. And I'm praying. I think Vandy needs one more win to get bowl eligible. Yeah. Please get it. I do not want that game to be what determines you go into a bowl game.
But you talked about A&M. A&M goes to South Carolina, and that is Bama's found out. LSU is found out. That is not an easy game.
It depends on what kind of Beamer ball you're going to get.
Yeah, and it's out South Carolina in October, which, hey.
Crowd's going to be nuts.
Yeah. Tennessee's game was in November, wasn't it? That's right, because it's next to last game of the regular season.
You're talking about 22?
22,
It was the third. No, it was the second to last game because Milton only had one start against Vandy.
Started at Vandy, So that's crazy there. That's not going to be an easy game. The ACC, SMU survived at Duke. I don't know if you saw that game. Duke missed 4 field goals, had the game winner blocked. Then in overtime, they go for 2 and don't get it. So it's almost like SMU, who played terribly, had every break go their way, and they're still sitting at 7-1. They got Pitt coming to them, and their league is just I keep knocking that down. I got the screen replaced today in Florence, and I keep doing it. I don't want to break it, but you look at this league right now, Clint. You got Clemson, Miami, SMU, all undefeated and Pitt, all undefeated within the league, and you've got 6-1, 8-0, 7-1, 7-0. And then on top of that, you're looking at Virginia Tech, Louisville, all these other teams.
Do Miami and Clemson play each other?
I
don't think they do this year.
No, they don't.
Yeah.
They do not play each other.
That's going to probably be your ACC championship.
Yeah, Miami's got at Georgia Tech. Well, they got Duke this week.
Right.
Which
you better be ready to go.
Yeah, then you're at Georgia Tech, home versus Wake Forest. Then you're at Syracuse. Clemson I think Clemson goes to Pitt. I'm pretty sure that they do. They've got Louisville this week at Virginia Tech, never an easy game. Then at Pitt, then they host Citadel, whatever, and then South Carolina at home.
They don't have at least 3 out of those. Their last 5 are going to be tough.
Yeah,
they're going to lose one of those. At least one of those.
And you look at Pitt; they got at SMU, host Virginia, host Clemson, at Louisville, at Boston College. So they basically take on their old Big East rivals there at the end. So that's not an easy. You're looking at least 2 ACC, maybe 3 to 4 Big Ten. It's more looking like 3 with Oregon, Ohio State, Penn State, and Indiana. But it's one of those 4 is going to get knocked out. You're looking at more than likely 2 Big 12 because you still got Iowa State and BYU undefeated with clear roads. Iowa State does host Kansas State at the end. But if both of those teams are there, then they both get in.
The way they're playing, I don't see Kansas State
winning.
And I want to give a shout out to Dusty in Alabama. I've said before that if Alabama was playing the Taliban, I'd wear a turban. But I hate Eli Drinkowitz.
Yeah,
he just gets on my nerves so
he
bad.
Got fined this week too.
And he should. He complains about everything, and that whole statement he said after beating Tennessee last year, we stand on business.
Isn't that what DeBoer told him at midfield? Or I heard someone said that to him at midfield.
Alabama said it to him. Yeah, so I don't know if Alabama was just giving it back to him for what he said to Josh Heupel last year, but hey, I'm not going to say Roll Tide, but thanks, Bama.
Well, how about Florida, Georgia, in Jacksonville? I don't think. I mean,
Florida's playing good right now.
Yes, you took the words out of my mouth. I don't think that is the Georgia roll out the balls and we'll beat them by 3 touchdowns.
I think if Georgia's defense looks like they did in that Texas game, as good as Florida's looking, they're going to be in trouble.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, Florida's found a quarterback.
And I think they're going to get, I said at the beginning of the year, they're going to get somebody. Because you look at the remainder of
they're too
Florida,
talented not to sneak up and bite somebody.
Because they've got Georgia, Texas, LSU. And LSU, you never know which LSU is going to show up. They got Ole Miss. You don't know what Ole Miss is going to show up. They could make a bowl game miraculously out of that and save Napier's job because
I don't think it'll save his job. But
I think they'll lose to Texas and then they end with Florida
I'll be
State.
honest with you. I think if they can just win enough games to go to a bowl game, they're going to think helps us out more enticing to get the coach we want.
Yeah.
Look at this talent we've
got.
Look
at all this talent.
Imagine if we had a coach. You know,
look at the schedule we just played. Imagine if we had someone.
Yeah, imagine if we had a leader.
They're going to get someone of that team. They're going to get someone in that schedule that they're going to get. This might be it.
I'm glad Tennessee does not have to play them again.
Yeah.
And let's see, they got Florida State at the end, so that's going to be a win.
Yeah, so that's 5 because there are 4 right now.
You got to find one more.
Just got to find one more, and if they get one, let's say they get a couple more, and then that moves some of those other teams out of the way, and Tennessee can continue to go up. You mentioned Vandy; they're 1 win away from bowl eligibility. They're at Auburn. They're at Auburn this week.
Yeah, they should be bowl eligible after this week.
Let's look at the rest of Vandy's schedule. They're 5-3, 2-2 in the conference. They host South Carolina, at LSU, and then host the Vols.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they might get 2 out of that. They will definitely, I think, get 1. You hope it's that one that this week. And
please do not make it need to be bowl eligible that last game of the year.
So I mean, this is turned into be a crazy year. It's a good thing that they're not picking.
If you held a gun to my head and made me pick a game, I couldn't do it with confidence.
Not anymore.
Not this year.
Not anymore. I mean, you got Ole Miss at Arkansas, and I'm going. Arkansas can not only win that game, but they can win it comfortably.
Yeah, yeah. Ole Miss, who did they have? They had this last week. Was it Mississippi? No, that wasn't Egg Bowl.
No, it was Arkansas.
Arkansas.
They had Oklahoma, and Oklahoma had it out at halftime.
Yeah, Oklahoma. Yeah. Boy, I tell you what, I got a feeling, and he's already fired his offensive coordinator, but I think somebody's fixing to be run and get Brent Venables as a defensive coordinator.
This
stuff don't fly at Oklahoma.
No. I mean, they kind of struggled their last couple of years in the Big 12.
And you've not looked good your first year in the SEC.
Yeah.
You're supposed to look better than this. You're supposed to not come in and look like a bottom feeder.
Yeah, Auburn made you look good for 1 week. That gave you a false sense of security.
Had a come from behind win.
Tennessee Heupel. If Heupel wouldn't have played there, I think vanilla. That game. Yeah, if Heupel wouldn't have played at Oklahoma, I think he probably would have made that worse.
Been opened up a little more.
Yeah, a little bit more. So, man, the Titans just stink, don't they? It's the only way I can describe the Titans.
I saw something somebody posted on Facebook, said my car got broke into. They busted out my windshield. I had 2 Titans tickets sitting in there. When I got back, there were 6.
I love that joke. I don't care who says it, who tells it. That joke is timeless.
Yeah.
I mean, I knew that they were going to lose to Detroit. I knew it wouldn't be pretty. I didn't think that was going to happen.
I don't think there's any morale. I don't think there's any leadership. And the bad thing is, I don't know what you're tanking for to try to get out of the draft.
Yeah,
because I don't want
there's no quarterback there. Yeah,
that's going to be going.
Yeah, one of these days we need to look into who the free agent quarterbacks are going to be this year.
Right.
I haven't heard anything. Like, I've been listening to a lot of NFL podcasts. I just haven't heard anything yet. There's bound to be somebody. Maybe I don't know. Do you bring in another Mason Rudolph type who was a long-time quarterback for some other team?
You shouldn't have left without talking to Hendon Hooker.
Yeah.
And seeing what they wanted to.
Or if the Browns want to part ways with Jameis.
Yeah. I mean, I would have. But Hendon Hooker might have been like, No, I'm good.
Yeah, we're good.
I'm good.
I got Jared
I've
Goff.
been in Tennessee enough.
Yeah, Jared Goff might might win the MVP this year because I think Lamar and Derrick Henry are going to cancel each other out, and Goff's going to get the rest of the votes. But, man, I mean I saw that score one time because I was calling a UNA volleyball game on Sunday. I just happened to look down and went, oh.
Yeah, the Titans are literally a pad your stats game. Like you're marking that on sketch. All right, I can throw for 400 in that game.
I'm like you. I'm like poor Mike Keith.
Yeah.
Too good of a voice to be watching that crap every week.
Balls, go after him. Bob Kesslin's about to retire. Go after him.
Yeah, go get Mike Keith while you got the opportunity, and he's that desperate to get out of Nashville.
Yeah.
Well, other sports news. Yankees are up on the Dodgers right now. Looks like they might be going back to L.A. Saved their season yesterday, hitting some long balls, but if this Dodgers somehow come back and win it today, I think Freddie Freeman's your MVP.
I think he's got to be. And it does seem like the Yankees kind of got it in gear. Did you see Jeter call him out?
Yeah.
I mean, basically questioned their heart.
Yeah.
And, of course, that's the captain.
Yeah.
You know, you better perk up and listen when he says something. Yeah. And it seems like they played a little more fire in their rear end the last couple of days.
It's like you said, they're too talented. I mean, you can't have Judge and Stanton and Rizzo and all of these guys and just have, shoot, the Cubs lit up these same Dodger pitchers in the regular season, and you're the Yankees with short porches either way, which Freddie Freeman is exposing in this series. You have got to do something. And they got it together late yesterday. They're up 4-0 right now, top of the third with 2 outs. Anything could happen. But on the surface, it looks like they're going back to L.A.
Speaking of comebacks, have you watched the comeback on Netflix about the Red Sox 04?
I'm going
it's 3 episodes.
I'm going
and it is great. I thought I'd watched everything you could on it, but it's a new documentary. It's great.
Is there anything different? Because one of my favorite 30 for 30s is 4 Days in October about that.
Well, I'm sure there's probably a lot of same stuff told by different players, but you get in-depth person-to-person interviews from the players now, thinking back and talking about it. It's great. Yeah. I mean, and I'm not even a Red Sox fan, but it's great. I was a Red Sox fan that year.
Yeah, I was too. Yeah. I was dying for a Cubs Red Sox World Series.
Where somebody's curse would get broke.
And we ended up with that in 16, which is also, there's a really good series on Prime right now called Game 7.
Yeah.
Mark Messier, famous great hockey player, his group has done it. They did a couple hockey Game 7s, one featuring the Rangers when they broke their curse against Vancouver. A couple baseball ones, so obviously no football because they don't play Game 7. But then there's a couple basketball ones. But I was watching the one about the Cubs in Cleveland, and my wife calls me at the end, and I'm like teared up because I'm a diehard Cubs fan. And she's like, "Are you okay? Is everything okay?" I'm like, "Yeah, I just watched this whole thing about the 2016 Cubs, and I'm all emotional again."
I saw him interviewing Messier, and they said, "Well, it sucks we won't have anything on Jordan."
Yeah.
And he said, "Actually, we will. We're going to do one on Game 7, them and the Pacers last year." Because that did go to 7 games, that was for them just to make it to the finals.
Yeah.
And that was a great series.
Yeah. So they've got a lot of plans for it. It's all of them are different. One of the hockey ones, it was Edmonton and Philly, and they kind of focused in on this film crew that was following him around before, Hard Knocks was a thing, that followed him around for 2 seasons. And it was a pretty good breakdown. But there's 2 things, as he mentioned, I'm definitely going to start the comeback at some point.
It's great.
Yeah. Once me and the wife finish up the Menendez brothers thing on Netflix.
Don't do it. You'll be singing Milli Vanilli all the time.
Oh, my gosh. That song's been stuck in my head for 3 days. And the fact they didn't even sing it is driving me even more crazy.
Well, that's just like the thing. It's amazing how people are literally famous on TikTok for lip singing things and Milli Vanilli.
You've been in the late 80s and the 90s. Shoot, we made them homeless.
They would have took your Grammys away.
Remember, he holds up, he goes, "Can we give these away now?" Dude, that Behind the Music is still my favorite Behind the Music on Milli Vanilli. But if you don't know, kids, who Milli Vanilli is, look it up. You're going to be shocked.
Yeah.
And especially
you've probably heard your parents singing "Blame It on the Rain" before.
Yeah. Just like he said, today you can make a lot of money lip syncing.
They were ahead of their time. They were TikTokers before there was TikTok.
Well, coming up next, we'll wrap up the show, get some things off our chest here on X Sports Live.
Are you tired of missing out on family life just to be treated like another truck number? Since 1986, Southeast Cares has been a family-operated business based in Lawrenceburg, Tennessee. Being family-owned ourselves, we understand the importance of family, which is why we value it above all else. With our large number of dedicated lanes and our friendly staff, we are able to evenly divide your home time with the amount of time you spend on the road. We offer multiple benefits with large company pay, all while keeping a small company environment. For more information, visit our website at southeastcarriers.com or check us out on Instagram and Facebook.
Head on over to Shaw Southeast Distributing in Lawrenceburg to find everything you need for your home, business, or fundraiser. To make life easier, Shaw Southeast Distributing now accepts EBT cards. Have a concession stand, food truck, or just your kitchen at home? Leave it to Shaw to fill your shelves with ease. Shaw Southeast Distributing delivers. Family owned and operated. Phone 931-762-7760. Follow us on Facebook or visit us at 1603 Ripke Avenue in Lawrenceburg.
Hey guys, I'm Kyle Hammock, General Manager here at Heritage Automotive, your Chevy GMC dealer in Lawrenceburg, Tennessee. I am from Marshall County, Tennessee, where I went to Cornersville High School. I attended Cumberland University. After Cumberland, I went into the United States Marine Corps to serve the country. After that, I went right back into the car business. I'm very familiar with the car business. I have been around the car business pretty much my entire life. And my commitment to you is to ensure the most competitive new and used vehicle pricing on the market, as well as the best service around. Well, we'll treat you like family here at Heritage Automotive in Lawrenceburg, Tennessee.
Going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network.
Welcome back here to X Sports Live. Time for our final segment of the show. It's time for us to rant. What you got on your mind here, Clint?
I don't know. I don't guess I have any.
Been a really happy guy lately.
Yeah, life is good.
Yeah.
Knock on wood. I would like to. I would like to give our. Seems like we're doing it more, but give our monthly reminder, parents, kids. Make sure we're acting right at ball games.
Yes,
we've had some issues with parents in the stands. Mm-hmm. We've saw a brawl the other night, and hey, keep it classy. And but other than that, ready to go to the beach. Wish I was leaving tomorrow.
Yeah.
I need a vacation. This moving, I hate moving more than anything, and selling a business and buying a new one and getting moved in. I'm hoping this is my forever shot. Now watch another car drive through this one.
It's got to be a little bit more accurate this time.
Yeah.
You really got to be trying to hit this building this time.
Like, all right, who's got it out for me?
Need a steel wall in front of it. Kind of piggybacking off what you said about people acting. At that Franklin County, Lawrence County game, I caught on the top end left corner of the video while it was going on, first part of it before Hayden Wisely panned away from it. I saw two kids jump the fence and didn't actually go on the field as far as in between the lines, but they jumped the fence. Like, what were you guys trying to accomplish? Mm-hmm. Were you actually going to jump in on that?
All right.
That's just stupid. Like, I don't care if you're not at the school or you graduated. I don't even know who you are. I'm just going to call you stupid. That's just what it was. Should never do that. That's none of your business. You let the coaches and if no one from your sideline is jumping out there, which both sides did an impeccable job of making sure that no one ran off the sidelines, which you never see in something like that, and they did a good job. So I saw these. I just happened to catch them when I was watching back. One of the few times I've watched it back, and I saw these two idiots jump on the field. Like, what, dude? What are you going to do? Mm-hmm. Are you going to jump out there? Are you going to throw some haymakers?
There were some girls up there. There was like, watch this.
Yeah,
we'll go show them. They didn't do nothing.
Yeah, it's just two idiots.
If you were that tough, you'd been playing.
Exactly. Yeah, I mean, and you know what? You're not a part of it, so you rush on the field. You can, about 7 cops are on the field. Right. You can get arrested for that, for just being a plain old idiot.
And let me do a little teaching, and I don't know if we have any. I'll just use Summertown fan base. I won't call any names. Yeah. Let me do some little teaching to maybe try to help you learn how to act a little better in the stands. Two certain situations. Summertown got the game well in hand. Yeah. Running clock. fans yelling, "Throw the football! Come on, coach, throw the football!" No, that's not what we're doing.
Yeah, right.
Okay,
right.
We're not getting anybody hurt. We're running the football. We're winning this ball game. We're going home.
Yeah.
Second, it's fourth and forever for Summertown with the football. And maybe not fourth and forever, 4th and 7. Okay? Summertown's at around the 40. Clearly, the coaches are taking a delay game,
right.
back up, punt
it, giving a little extra room.
Fans going nuts. Yeah. No, why are we getting a penalty? Come on, coach, you got to hurry up. Guys, they're doing that on purpose. There's a reason we're doing that.
It's like these people don't actually watch football.
And so just before you yell something, especially at the coaching staffs, just get a little more educated and we'll be all right.
Watch games on Saturdays, games on Sundays.
Put them freaking cowbells in your purse.
You're still cracking me up about that. Now
I don't need more cowbell.
Now my final rant, not as serious as the previous one, which is okay. We got Halloween coming up. We've had some trunk or treats. My son has gone to a couple. You know, for those who know, my favorite candy all time is Butterfingers.
Yeah.
I might be one of the few who actually like them, but you know how many Butterfingers I've found in my son's candy?
0. Nobody's giving out the good stuff.
That's the good stuff, people. Hand out the Butterfingers. Don't be cheap. The fun size aren't that expensive. I will be your forever best friend if you put Butterfingers in my son's trick-or-treat bag. He's 2. He can't eat it. His teeth aren't strong enough. That's all for Dad. You all did it. I'm doing it now. I'm reaping the rewards of this. Hand out the Butterfingers.
I like how your rant is to get yourself Butterfingers.
Yes. Dude, we last this all year. I ate some of his Halloween candy a month ago. I finished it off a month ago. I just want some Butterfingers. Come on, don't be stingy. Get the bag. See the butter. You know it's a good bag when you see the Butterfingers because all the other good stuff comes with it. So don't be that person. Please put the Butterfingers in there.
Yeah, and I really hope we get to play because Will has gotten me, him, and Adam Ghostbusters costumes to wear to the ball game tomorrow night because that's the theme.
Yes.
You know, obviously tomorrow night everybody's dressing up.
Yeah.
So I want to be a Ghostbuster tomorrow night. So I hope the weather allows. But that everybody be safe and everybody behave on Halloween.
Yeah, no dumb stuff. If you're in the back of a police van on Halloween, you absolutely deserve it because you're a moron. So I'm just going to throw that out there as well. So that will do it for the show here. So for Clint Brazier, for Kevin Wright, stepping in for Hayden, who had the bugs, the runs, whatever happened in Hayden.
Thank you for not showing up.
Thank you for not showing up. Get better, buddy. But we'll see you guys next week.
Going the distance with local sports. This is the X Sports Network.